In this video, I'm going to talk about how to configure a router as a DHCP server and also how to configure the DHCP relay agent. So as you can see, I have prepared the configurations here in the notepad, but let's talk about the topology first. So we have a DHCP server and it is connected to the core switch or the DHCP relay agent, and this link belongs to this particular subnet, and of course these subnets here or LANs are both in their own subnets also. So this PC here belongs to VLAN 20, and this laptop here belongs to VLAN 30. And this is the subnet or the network, and this is the network here. So before you configure the router, in this case, we are just configuring this router as a DHCP server. You want to make sure that your DHCP relay agent, these devices can ping each other. So let's go ahead and try that and do that. So let me show you the show IP interface brief. So this is the IP address of the server, DHCP server. This is the IP address here, and the core switch or the DHCP relay agent has the IP address that has an IP address of this, and it belongs to VLAN 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and ping the core switch. Okay, ping the DHCP server. We are on the core switch now. So okay, so we have the layer 3 connectivity between the devices. So just for the sake of ping the core switch from the DHCP server, let me go ahead and ping it. Okay, so core switch is pingable from the DHCP server. So let's go back to the steps here on how to configure the router as a DHCP server. So step 1 is exclude the IP addresses that you don't want DHCP to assign to the hosts, right? So in this case, this is this configuration here is the configuration on the DHCP server for VLAN 20. So, and of course, this here is the configuration on the server for VLAN 30, as you can see here, IP DHCP pool. So we are renaming the pools as VLAN 20 and VLAN 30. So let's go ahead and go to the DHCP server and do our configuration. So just 2 steps, right? So this here and this here. Okay. And now we can configure our network. Is invalid. Okay, so it's gotta be 255. So let me fix that. And the default router is this is the IP address that is configured on the switch. So let me show you that. So you're trying to configure VLAN 20, right? Or the pool VLAN 20. So this is the so looks like I have configured VLAN 20 incorrectly. So let me fix that. So it should be, let me just copy and paste this commands. It should be 254. So oops, no, it's okay. So hopefully you are following along. I mean, you are still able to follow what I'm doing here. So I'm just trying to change the IP address on the IP addresses on the SVI interfaces, just to match the default router that we are going to configure on the DHCP server. So let's go back to the DHCP server here. Okay, DNS-server. This is the IP address configured on this interface on the DHCP server. So these. So the lease option is not supported in this version of Packet Tracer, so we can just not configure it. Okay, so we are done configuring the DHCP pool of VLAN 20. Let's configure VLAN 30. Okay. So as you can see here, I'm just excluding the last IP addresses in the range or in the subnet. So from 250 to 254 on both subnets. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste these commands. Oops, looks like the subnet is, the mask is incorrect also on this subnet. So let's verify our configuration. Okay, looks correct here. So next is configure the DHCP relay agent. Let's do a show IP interface brief first. So I have successfully changed the IP addresses on these SVI interfaces. So let's go ahead and configure the IP helper addresses on those SVI interfaces. Okay, that's done. And let me save the config on the server also. Okay, so now we can verify if the DHCP is working. So I'm gonna actually go to PC here and configure this to configure this PC to request for a DHCP IP address. That makes sense. So IP IP address. Okay, now let's do it. Okay, so here it's actually it now has an IP address which is 10.1.20.1. So let's configure this laptop here to request for an IP address via DHCP. So let's do that and see if it has an IP address now. Okay, so it has an IP address now, 10.1.30.1. So let's see if we can ping the PC from the laptop, 10.1.1.20.1. Okay, so this is just for the ARP. So let's try again. Okay, so it's successful. Let's go to the PC, and do the same thing. Ping 10.1.30.1. Okay. Okay, looks like DHCP is working correctly. Let's actually go to the server and try to do some verification commands. So show IP DHCP binding. So this is the IP address that is configured on on PC here, VLAN 20. Let's verify that. So here I'm actually gonna let me actually also verify the MAC address /all. Okay, so let's go back to the DHCP server, and it looks like it has the same MAC address. Let's go to the laptop and do the same thing, /all. So I'm just verifying the MAC address here. MAC address is here, which is the same here. Yeah, it looks like DHCP is working. So we actually do one more thing. Let me try to ping that IP address, loopback IP address on the server. Okay, I can ping it. Let's continue our verification commands here. So VLAN 20. Okay, so this is the range. Okay, but we actually excluded this range here, right? 250 through 254. So this is not entirely correct. But I think this is just the IP range address. It's not it's not the actual IP range that is in operation. So let's do this. Okay, and let's do this command here. It's like it's not supported. Yeah, it's not supported, so that's all right. Okay, so you can actually do this also. So there's no conflict. So I've listed a summary of DHCP troubleshooting here. So step one, I got this from a book that's from one of Wendell Adams' books, CCNA books. So didn't write the reference here, but I'm gonna do it when I upload this video to YouTube. So step one, let's just read the troubleshooting summary of DHCP troubleshooting. So step one, if using a decentralized DHCP server, at least one router on each remote subnet that has DHCP clients must act as DHCP relay agent and have a correctly configured IP helper address subcommand on the interface connected to that subnet. So it's just talking about this here. This number one is talking about this command here. This command here. So we need to make sure that these IP helper addresses are configured correctly. And this is the default router configured on the DHCP server right here. This is the IP address of the DHCP server. So this here. So we need to make sure that it is configured correctly. Number two, if using a centralized iOS DHCP server, make sure that DHCP pools network commands match the entire network's list of router interfaces that have an IP helper address command pointing to this DHCP server. So it's just basically saying that this here should be let's go back to the core switch. Basically saying that this here, the IP addresses on the SVI ports should be on the same subnet that is defined in the network statement, right? Number three, or step three, troubleshoot for any IP connectivity issues between the DHCP relay agent and the DHCP server. Using the relay agent IP interface IP address and the server IP address as the source and destination of the packets. So basically, it's just talking about the IP connectivity between the DHCP server and the DHCP relay agent. So before you configure DHCP, you need to make sure that these two devices have IP connectivity. And step 4, troubleshoot for any LAN issues between the DHCP client and the DHCP relay agent. So it's just talking about the connectivity between the core switch and the hosts on the LANs. So that's all I have for this video. How to configure a router as a DHCP server and how to configure the DHCP relay agent. Thanks for watching.